Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. So I thought I'd do another update on the second channel just about something that I'm pretty happy about already. So I am back on the health thing. I'm not back in the gym yet, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm not back in the gym yet, but I am back basically starting a new, not really a diet thing, but I'll talk about it. And also I'm back exercising every single day. I'll probably have one day off, which might be tomorrow because it is Father's Day. For obviously my dad. So what happened? So I've been wanting to do this thing for quite a while now. I've done quite a lot of research into it. A friend of mine also started it, and he started intermittent fasting. So I don't want to sell you on it. I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. And if you want to look, if you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, I'm going to look it up myself. Again, do all your research yourself. Basically, what intermittent fasting is, your body uses the energy that you eat. And roughly after 12 hours after your last meal, your body would have digested all that meal, and then it's like, right, give me more stuff. And if you actually eat okay amounts and your body has all the nutrients it actually needs, your body can go like easily another 12 odd hours after that point without a meal. And that point, so you say you eat a meal, 12 hours later, it's used all those nutrients. Where does it get the extra nutrients to kind of continue on? Your fat cells, because that's kind of what fat cells were designed for. You know, why does a grizzly bear, bulk up a lot and then hibernate? It's so the fat cells are used to keep it going. So intermittent fasting isn't full fasting. Full fasting is you literally just don't eat for a couple days. I don't want to do that. I don't want headaches or anything like that. I am actually, though, today on my 5th day of doing it. I think it's my 5th day. I feel great. Like, I actually feel a little bit better than I normally have been. So again, the cool thing with it, it's not a diet, it's just a scheduling change. And I think that's why I'm a bit more excited for this one than any other I've ever done, because I feel like this one might stick more. Because the other ones, yeah, I've dieted for like the past couple of years every now and then, but it sucks. Like, you're eating like a rabbit, or you're eating like tiny whatevers. Well, this thing is you can basically eat anything you want in a 4-hour window a day, is what I do. So between midday and 4 p.m, I'm allowed to eat. Well, so far I've only had one meal per day in that 4 hours, because I just don't feel like I need any more. Like today, I had sausage and egg wraps with sweet chili sauce. I had 2. I ate 1.5. I couldn't actually finish the second wrap, even though I hadn't ate for 24 hours. It was like, wow, damn, my body's already adjusted that it just doesn't need this food. So that's what it is. You can basically eat anything you want, and obviously the healthier you eat in those 4 hours, the more results you're going to see. But yeah, like, that's the way that I'm going to try and do it. And I've already said that if I start getting negative, like, terrible headaches and stuff, sure, I will eat, or I will like adjust what I'm doing. But so far, 5th day in, and they say that the first few days are pretty rough. I feel fine, and I actually have been exercising every single day as well, and I'll show you something on my phone in a minute. But one thing about the gym, why I haven't gone back to the gym or haven't contacted my trainer yet, is the last time I went to the gym, I had a kind of a big break then as well, before the gym, for various reasons. And obviously I stopped the gym recently because of my health. So like the throwing up with the red, and I was like, right, I want to get back into the fitness stuff, but I'm not going to go back into the gym yet, because the last time I went back into the gym after a break, I sucked. Like, my cardio was way down. I just didn't have the engine to do an hour of gym exercise. So I'm on my 4th or 5th day of going in the garage on the exercise bike. I've been doing half an hour of the exercise bike a day, and I've actually been doing 10 miles in half an hour, which is pretty decent speed. And I also do a few weight exercises in the garage too. So I'm basically just building myself back up in terms of fitness. And in about a week or 2, I'll contact my trainer again and get back into that. And then that's when we'll start doing gym and the car vlogs again. But one thing that, sure, so I've just spoken to you about, like, I'm changing how I eat. I'm changing, I'm exercising again. But the biggest thing, and I think the big thing that's going to actually make a change, is something that I wished I did when I gained all this weight. Again, if you followed me for a while, well, actually, from me doing this YouTube channel, I've always been relatively, like, bigger. But before this YouTube channel, like a couple years before that, I was very in shape. Like, I was a county athletics, I was A-League football, very, very sporty. You could basically not pinch any fat on me. I wish that I did this when I was in shape, and that basically was keep track of numbers of my weight. If I saw, because when you're gaining weight, it creeps up on you. Like, if you just gain 1 or 2 pounds a week, that just slowly goes, and you don't notice it. It just happens. It's like, oh, wow, my jeans don't fit anymore. I wish I kept track of numbers, but in my household, and my mum was the big one that was like, oh no, we're not having scales in the house because, you know, you're scared, you know, people are going to get obsessed by it. But even now she is doing the weighing and stuff, and she's lost half a stone, which is 7 pounds in the last month or so. So she actually now sees the benefit of weighing yourself and kind of keeping track, because, you know, you get a really, really nice feeling when you see a minus. So just to show you, and again, the way that you make weighing yourself proper is that you basically weigh yourself the same time of day every day. You do the same routine. So the way that I do it is I wake up, I go to the bathroom, and then I weigh myself. And then after doing that, I know every single weighing session is going to be relatively the same kind of environment in my body. So just to show you, and again, I got a brand new scale yesterday. So I could only weigh myself yesterday and today, but in that one day of change, and again, I'm not saying all of this is weight loss, because again, there could be fluctuations in certain things like water level and stuff, but that's a pretty good loss for one day, 1.6 pounds. And I know that seems kind of ridiculous to a lot of people, but I will say that is what intermittent fasting is all about. I have read examples of people that have lost about, 30 pounds in a month from doing this. And, some of them exercised, some of them didn't. I am exercising. And actually a more personal example that I can use myself, and it actually kind of relates to gaming, is many of you know the Yogscast. I was actually in talks to join the Yogscast, and it's a door that still is open to me if I wanted to go through it one day. But I haven't as of yet. But basically two or three people in the Yogscast, they're public people, did this. So Terps, Duncan, and I think Shin may have done it as well, but mainly Terps and Duncan were more public about it, and really not public. So basically the Yogscast, if you don't know what they do gaming videos, and they're rarely on camera. Like, they could go a few months that you just don't see them on camera. Like, they just do videos without their whatevers. But basically, Terps, I would actually say, would be, maybe he was a little bit smaller than I am now. A little bit, not by much. And Duncan was, taller than me, but probably weighed about the same as what I do. They kind of announced on Twitter or something they were doing it on a video, and then you kind of forgot about it. About 4 months later, because they weren't on camera, they were on camera. It's like, holy Jesus, what happened? And Duncan, you could basically not recognize. It's like, it is him, but he was lost so much weight in 4 months. It was like, whoa. And then you dig a little bit deeper, you kind of go on his Twitter and the Reddit pages, people asking what he did. Intermittent fasting. And I don't think they did exercise, so they just did the intermittent fasting thing. It's like, whoa. And to me, when I looked at that, and that was about 4 or 5 months ago that I saw that myself, and I was like, if they can do it, and they're YouTubers and they're gamers and stuff, then anybody can do it. And then recently, a friend of mine, Galzik, who many of you may know in the mod team, who is an ex-World of Warcraft officer in my guild, he's been doing it, and he's been killing it with weight loss. He's been going to the gym, he's been doing the good diet and stuff. He's actually eating healthy and intermittent fasting, I think. And yeah, killing it. So it seems to be something that is working. And they say the hardest is the first 30 days. That is when you may get some little headaches. But if you can get through that, then again, human bodies adjust. Again, in evolution, when we were more primitive, let's say, we weren't getting 3 square meals a day when we were living in the jungle or whatever. You'd be lucky if you ate something once a day, maybe once every 2 days, every 3 days. And they survived, because that's what the human body does. It survives, it does it. And as long as you're not depriving yourself of vitamins and what your body actually needs, and I'm actually kind of keeping track of what is going in my body now, right, that's protein, that's carbs, I need this vitamin, that vitamin. It's a bit but it's all right. And yeah, and then today I actually got a delivery of a meal replacement thing, and I'm not going to do it as a meal replacement itself, but basically what I'm thinking, twice a week in that 4-hour stint, I'll eat something, but I'll also have one of these proteiny type of shake things, and I can't remember what make it is, because some people will probably be interested, but apparently they're very good. It is Huel. Huel. I'm not sponsored by them, maybe one day. But yeah, I'm using that. I'm going to be using that stuff once or twice a week, as well as having a meal, just to kind of top up my like systems with all, because they're full of vitamins as well, all that type of thing, because they are actually designed as a meal replacement, is that smoothie type protein thing. And then when I get back into the gym, obviously gym work and not eating a lot doesn't really mix from what I can tell, but what I'll probably do is use one of them Huel shakes before the gym, like an hour and a half before the gym, and then do the exercise, come home, eat, and that'll be a 4-hour window, so I'll be still in that 4-hour window. And yeah, so things are pretty good. Like, I'm pretty happy about it. And again, one thing I'll say is I have heard of different people losing weight, and like some people have lost weight because of what I've been trying to do, and obviously I haven't succeeded for the most part, but I have succeeded. Like, if you compare, like, I am less now than I was 2 years ago. I just got to keep it going. Like, it's pretty much that simple. And the way that it works, and I will say, if you go, I'm very much into science, if you know, you can probably guess, when you eat a burger, well, your body is basically producing, I think it's called dopamine, which is like a happiness hormone. Like, you know, you're happy. You're like, oh my God, this burger. Basically, with this type of, like, when you're trying to change your lifestyle, your body is not producing the normal dopamine level it does from having that burger or having that, you know, Red Bull or whatever. So you've got to fight it. And after about 30 days, you refresh your dopamine, and basically your body doesn't crave that stuff anymore. And, you know, your body produces dopamine from all, it's not just food and stuff like that. Like, looking at that this morning and seeing 1.6 pounds off compared to yesterday. And I do know that that probably isn't pure 1.6 pounds. That's probably like it may be like 1 pound, and there's like a 0.6 of a fluctuation with water level or anything. It could be any, like, waste, who knows. If it was about 1 pound that I've lost in a day, that made me feel really good. That just kind of spikes your dopamine because you're seeing progress. So before, when I was trying to lose weight and I wasn't weighing myself and I was just like judging off the mirror and kind of like, right, what part of me is less? You can't tell. It's impossible from a day to day, even like a week to week. It's very hard to tell. But when you've got numbers showing you what you're doing is working, that is like, it's an incentive to keep going, is what I'd say. And it also is a warning if you're doing something wrong. So yeah, because obviously today, my nightmare, and again, I'm only 1 day in, but my nightmare was, right, I weighed myself yesterday. That was my starting point. My nightmare was, what happens if I went up? But I did go down. I was like, okay, yeah, whew, all that work that I did yesterday, the eating 1 meal a day, going on the exercise bike half an hour, okay, it did something. Yes, woohoo, let's go. So that felt good. And then tomorrow I'll do it again, and hopefully we'll see another, like, you know, minus. It doesn't have to be a 1.6. If I see like minus 0.3, like 0.3, I'm like, oh, there we go. What's a third of a pound? And right now, the way that I've got it set up with this app, again, I'm not sponsored by them, but it's a Fitbit. The scale that I bought is an Aria 2. I've got a goal on there, and the way that I'm doing it, because I'm not wanting to go nuts, is I've got a goal to lose 1 stone, which is 14 pounds. That is my goal right now. And, you know, it's got all, like, measurements of, like, am I going to hit the goal or not and stuff like that. And we'll see, you know. I've got 12, technically on this, I've got 12.3 pounds to go. Who knows? If we lose another 1.6 tonight compared to tomorrow, it will only take me a couple weeks, which will be insane. But no, I feel good. So I thought I'd do this update to tell you I'm back in it, to tell you what I was doing. And again, I know some people mean really well when they are giving advice to other people. I 100% get that. But again, if you guys know me, I only listen to people that I know I personally can trust. So something like my trainer or like scientists that have like a million bits of research behind them. So even though you may want to chip in, I really appreciate it. But I'll be definitely listening to people that I personally can trust myself. And, you know, one person that I would actually say that if you are... I'm very much into UFC, MMA. I have grown on him quite a lot in his character and his personality. And he still is a bit stupid every now and then, but his name's Joe Rogan. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him. But anyway, he has a podcast, and he's very much a fitness person. Even though I disagree with a fair amount of what he says about some things, he did introduce me as well to kind of the intermittent fasting thing. Like, you know, I learned about the Yogscast doing it 4 to 5 months ago, then I kind of forgot about it. And then about a month ago, he started talking about it on his podcast that I listened to. I was like, oh, he did it. And then, you know, there's little things like Kevin Smith, the director, had a heart attack, you know, 3 months ago? He's lost 40 pounds in those 3 roughly months. His diet is completely weird. Like, he ate only potatoes for like the first month or something. So I'm not doing that. But, yeah. little things like that can kind of give you a little kick in the butt, going, do something, go, wah. And, you know, even just within my own friend group, it's really nice. Like, Gal's got back into it, he's doing well, then I've started it, and now even my friend Gears is like, hey, guys, what are you guys doing? I might looking into it myself. And it's like, this is legit, this is really cool. And it's all about like positive influence, and that's why there's also a thing that exists that's negative influence, especially saying like League of Legends, that we can apply it to League of Legends. You've got a toxic friend. The likelihood of that toxic friend corrupting you and making you toxic is very high if you don't do something about it. It's about influence, and hopefully it'll be a good positive one. So that's going to be it for this update video. So yeah, I just thought I'd say things are going good. And also to say that on this channel very soon, there will be starting a new series, Jurassic World. It's going to be starting on the main channel by... Oh, this video... I don't know when I'm going to put this video out. Either I'm going to put this video out tonight, which is Saturday, or I'll put this out tomorrow. But on Saturday evening, whenever that was, that yesterday, that is that tonight, who knows, there will be an episode on the main channel, and then it's going to continue on this channel. So I'll see you guys then. Let me know what your thoughts down below. How's it going for you? You know, a lot of you might be on summer vacation now. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.